How's it going, people? Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to the Big Six. Apologies, we're late. We're always late, but we're always sorry about it because it's never planned. But you know, like I said, getting us six together at the same time or getting six together at the same time is all mad. But hit the like button. Love for the love as always. I see 500 in the building waiting. And it's Euros time. You know what it is already. England are into the final against Spain. TOBS, you still out in Germany as well, yeah?
Yeah, bro. Yeah, back tomorrow.
We're going to talk to you in a sec about the experience and whatnot. And Steve, I believe you're flying out to Germany soon.
Yeah, Saturday morning. So Berlin, still not got a ticket yet. Got a few irons in the fire. So if anyone out there can box me a ticket off, happy days. But I'm looking forward to it. It's can't say it was. We were thinking we're going to get there. I don't think a lot of England fans genuinely thought we were going to get there, but we're there, man. We're there, and first final on foreign soil, England invasion, Berlin. Why not, man?
What do you need? One ticket?
Just one ticket, yeah.
People, you hear that? If you've got any sort of connection, if you've got a ticket there spare, ready to sell, message Big Steve MCFC or message one of us lot.
Or me.
I know Big Steve's chat gets a bit mad. What do you say, Tops?
I said, make it to message me. If the price is good, message me as well.
You saying you've been enjoying yourself, yeah?
Yesterday was sick. I can't lie. So
who'd you go out there with? Just on your own?
So me and my friend. My friend works for my friend who works for Atos. So we did the grad scheme together at Atos. So she's still there now. So she got free hospitality tickets. So I went with her yesterday.
Yeah, and you enjoyed, yeah? You want to go back to the final?
Proper kept that one quiet, didn't he? Kept that one quiet, yeah? Hospitality tickets through connections, yeah? Okay.
Something like, man. Something like.
Not everything has to be. Okay, no problem.
Best thing is, though, yeah, you know what? I boxed people off for the quarterfinal. I boxed people off for the semi last night. Give people tickets nice, didn't make a penny on it, you know, thinking, you know, the good karma will come back. Them same people are like, yeah, man, I've got tickets, and then I see them selling tickets in groups for big dogs. So it's
bro. Listen, if anyone's got a ticket, Big Steve is wicked on tickets. He sorted me out as well for some Wembley ones as well. So if anyone can sort him out, you know what I mean, make sure, man, he's a man of the people. He's the real community man, to be honest with you. I'm just a fake Donny. He's the real one. So sort him out, people. Get in the chat, man.
But you know what though? Last night, yeah, I watched it at the MEN Arena, and the you know what? It's just there's nothing that makes the country feel good than fucking England just going in tournaments. It's like I come out there, yeah. I took my sons with me, and they had no tops on. They were ballooning in the street, in the road with all the mad heads and that. And I was like, at first, I was like, being a strict dad and that, sit down, stop being a dickhead. And then I thought, you know what? I was a dickhead. I was a dickhead when I was their age. Let him be a dickhead. So I let him run around in the road and that. And they loved it. And I just thought, you know what? There's a lot of stress going on in the world and a lot of madness and that. Just, you know, don't go out smashing buses up and fucking windmilling old ladies and shit. Just fucking go and have a dance in the street. 3 lines on a shirt. He's coming home. Get a kebab. Go to bed. There's nothing wrong with it, man. You can't beat it, man.
All right, and the kebabs in Berlin? Fucking hell.
Yo,
Chef's kiss.
Broski. How have you not had a kebab in Broski? Go get.
That's the first thing. That's the first thing I'm getting.
Easily, but it beats.
You know what? I might
beats
just
anything.
It's nice because I went to Munich and it was banging as well.
Wait, fuck the football. I might just go out for a kebab.
The German kebabs are different.
Speak soon. Speak soon. I might just join them.
Listen, I've still got the out of my boys. I've still got the kebab record. Yeah, I was 23 stone. I've done 6 kebabs one day. Gelsenkirchen, Man City.
What?
6 kebabs.
But you know what? Yeah, the boozer was next door to the kebab shop, so you're having like 5 pints, and I was coming outside. I seen the guy there stuffing the little doner in the little nice pout. I was like, you know what? Give me one of them. Bang, back in the boozer, back out the boozer. Bang. And my mate went, you got to beat the record and go for it. I done 6 in, man, but it's not recommended.
There's a place over here because obviously you know because Podolski's hometown club was Cologne, and some place called Mango Doner is doing a collab with Podolski. I was seeing the advert. I was thinking, what the hell is this? Now you lot talking kebabs. I might actually go get one. You know.
But isn't that Podolski's chain or is it?
That's what I'm saying. It's chain, isn't it? Yeah.
Swear.
Yeah, it's actually called Podolski.
Oh, you're in Cologne, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, his chain's there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright, cool.
So what? You're not getting in your return flight? You staying out there?
Who, me? No,
Yeah,
my
you.
return flight's tomorrow.
Okay.
Yeah, but what if you get a ticket to the final? There's no point in you coming back.
If I get a ticket to the final, then who knows? I might have to rejig plans, but yeah.
Say no more. You hear that, people? Two tickets there. Steve and TOBS, maybe, potentially. If you can sort it out, What's everyone saying though?
Just to confirm,
Chilling, man.
I ate 6 kebabs when I was 25 stone, and I no longer drink. So people are getting a bit mad, man.
Yeah, nah, people are
Turkish, you forgot one more person who's making an appearance on Sunday.
Oh yeah, no, man. My lad.
One more person.
Yeah, you announced it. You announced it, Matisse.
You put it on his Instagram.
Oh yeah. No, I'm looking forward to it, man. It's gonna be a vibe. I'm gonna go off. I'm really just going out there just to enjoy it, man. Like England getting to the final is not what I expected based upon what I've watched. So as long as they don't disgrace themselves 6-0 out there to Spain, as long as they actually just put in a good shift and put in a good performance, similar to how maybe Turkey went out. If they were lost in that manner, then I'd be partying afterwards. Yeah, I mean, even I don't. Spain have been the best team. I think everybody knows Spain's been the best team. No one. I don't think anybody has England, favorites over Spain. So yeah, I just wanna go out there and enjoy, man.
Well, when did you go out? Saturday.
Yeah, Saturday evening.
Nice. Berlin's a good night out as well, so you should make use of that Saturday night.
Very good.
Yeah, 100%.
100%.
Berlin's a dope city, man.
Yeah, it is. Let's get into it, man. People, have you hit the like button? 1.8k in the building. Let's get to 1,000 likes. Please make sure you subscribe. Please, individual channels in the description as well. Show that some love. Big up LA as well. We're flying over in just over 10 days. We'll be in LA. Back your chat on the day of Arsenal United outside the SoFi, tailgate, barbecue, all of that. So if you're going to the game, make sure you come nice and early and be part of that, people. And be ready to be on some content too. But yeah, let's get into it. England. Well, what match did you go to, TOBS?
England, Netherlands.
Oh, you went to, okay, cool. Just to confirm, because I was confused whether you went to the Spain one or the England one. Let me start with you first, then, before even Steve, because you was there. Atmosphere. What was it like before, leading up to the game? And yeah,
atmosphere was wicked, man. Atmosphere was wicked. The Dutch fans. I was tweeting about it before the game. The Dutch fans were bringing the heat, man. Like they were making a lot of noise on the way to the stadium, in the stadium. They basically took up where Dortmund would normally have their yellow wall. So that was basically Dutch fans. So they were so loud before the game kicked off, and then probably for the first 5 minutes. But then I got to give it to England fans, man. England fans, the ones who flew out there, they came correct, man. Like they basically took over that stadium for most of the first half. And then as soon as Ollie Watkins scored, place erupted. They were still in the ground like a good hour and a half after the game had finished, just singing. What was that Ollie Watkins song they were singing? I forgot the Ollie Watkins song that they were singing. But like honestly, England fans were good. Were good sports yesterday, man. Like they were in top form. So the atmosphere was wicked. The atmosphere at these semi-finals is always wicked and it was the same with England fans in the Euro 2020 because I seen that one at Wembley as well. And England fans were wicked that game as well. So they kept up the levels in this match. But the actual game itself, I thought it was a game of two halves. I thought England were the better side in the first half, and I thought the Netherlands were the better side in the second half, man. I felt England probably should have been ahead in the first half. We'll get into the nitty gritty, but I felt in the second half, England do that thing. They do this thing in games where like they put their foot on a team's neck, and for whatever reason they just ease off, or a team will make adjustments because Holland did have to make adjustments after the dismal first half they had yesterday. But when a team makes the adjustments, it's like England can't really react. But again, we'll get into it. But Gareth Southgate, we've been calling him all sorts for not making tough calls at the right time. And yesterday, he actually made 2 big calls. I think he chickened out on one of them, to be honest. But he made 2 big calls, and they both gambled. Or the gamble paid off, sorry. And yeah, England won the game. Fantastic goal from Ollie Watkins. When he scored that, my jaw was on the ground. Like, wow. Wow. England erupted, and it was one of them ones where it's like the goal literally came out of nowhere. Like it was a good pass from Cole Palmer, and you're just thinking he's gonna hold it up. He probably needs to wait for others to come into the box, and like before you know it, you blink once, and he's taken a shot, and it's gone in bottom corner, and the place just went mad, like absolutely insane. So like props to him. That was wicked goal, man. Like
to be fair to him, that's his signature. That's his signature goal. That's his signature move, signature shot. How many times have we seen Watkins do that for Villa, man? That sort of, so he's perfected it. Fair play.
Did you see when I don't know if you saw the clip from Fuad's stream when he was like, "Don't let him roll you," and by that time he was already rolling. He was already in the back of the net.
He knows.
Oh, that's when you know that I mean, you know, you knew he fucked up,
man. And it was good. It was good play from Palmer as well, man. Because like, it sounds so basic, but he did the one thing that the supposed playmakers for England haven't been doing all tournament, which is you get the ball, you look up, and you play decisive passes into positions where the dangerous attacker can receive it, make something happen. And similarly with Ollie Watkins alive, making runs into the box that you've not really seen from Harry Kane this tournament as well. So characteristics that the two players who went off and the two players who went off were lacking versus the two players that came on were bringing. So it was good. It was a good goal because that game looked destined for extra time, and it looked like, if anything, if a team was going to win it, it was probably going to be Holland, to be honest. But that goal came at perfect time for England. Bang, shut up, game done.
Game done. Steve, you did say at the beginning that England's going to do fuck all, but here we are in the final. You're preparing to go there, and probably the best performance from England in the tournament as well. I say probably, definitely the best performance from England in the tournament so far.
Yeah, no, listen, I back Spain. You know that I've got money on Spain, but England they've just got there, and I feel like this is the best they've played. I feel like Kobe Mainoo and Foden played like two young lads on the street. They were knocking it into each other. They were moving. They weren't afraid to pass in them tight spaces. And this is what I said last show. You need to give Foden the ball in tight spaces to do the damage. You know what I mean? And I feel like they were doing that in the first half. And finally got a little bit of space. He hit the bar. He should have scored off the line. But they were balling out. They looked like they were enjoying the football. It looked like they'd let the shackles off them a little bit. And they didn't have to worry about staying in shape or controlling the game. And then second half was a totally different performance again. Like Toby said, I feel like we were struggling a little bit and we needed to change it. And he changed it. And one good thing we have got with this England side is the bench is pretty strong, really. There's these different options there. Cole Palmer adds a different dimension to it. The last thing you want to see when you've done 75 minutes is Cole Palmer coming on. Do you know what I mean? And Watkins is a totally different dimension to Kane. If Kane gets that ball in the box there, he's holding that up. Like Toby said, he's waiting for somebody to come in. He's going to try and lay it off. Watkins just thought, you know what, give me a little half a yard sniff. I'm rolling you and putting it in. And I feel like the confidence levels is high in the squad. I feel like fans, the momentum he's building with the fans are getting behind the team. And I feel like watching the players on the pitch afterwards, they look a bit united because we all know that them players were probably frustrated in the group stage with the way he was setting them up. We get that. But I feel like he's finally trusting a few more players now and he's finally letting himself relax a little bit. And listen, let's just go to the final, give it our best shot. A bunch of young lads, and they're in the final. And he got a lot of criticism for picking certain players. He got a lot of criticism from the fans, me included. And if he pulls this off, it's a great escape, isn't it? It's a great escape.
I think with this as well, right? Because it's like they've had, I wouldn't say it's like largely straightforward, but they've had more than favorable run to the final. We've all spoken about it. So the expectation was England, with what they've got at their disposal, you should be making a final. So, but fair play to them for making it, because it's one thing about saying they should and then actually going out and doing it. So they've made it to the final, right? But again, I still feel like, even though he made the big calls with Kane and Foden, I still feel like for whatever reason he doesn't want to let the handbrake off in in this
No,
team
he
when
won't.
it comes to other players. He doesn't. And I do think against a team like Spain, those decisions will cost you, man. Those decisions will really, really cost you, because let's make no mistake, England are a better side than the Netherlands. They may not play better football, but man for man, the Netherlands cannot chat to England. They can't chat to England, apart from maybe Van Dijk, and Van Dijk is probably the only one that's the defense. Let's maybe outside of the defense, the midfield can't chat to England.
Maybe
the attack can't chat to England. So England are the stronger side, so they should be beating a team like the Netherlands. But you're up against Spain now, who have players comparable to the players that you're bringing in. And even on paper, you would probably say England have a better team, but Spain play a completely different style that can hurt England. So,
and the penalty for me was, it wasn't a penalty for me. I'm going to be honest.
No,
but
I disagree.
I thought it was.
We've had Diego Maradona. We've had Sol Campbell disallowed goal. We've had Frank Lampard 2 yards over the line. So fuck it, we're taking it, man.
Yeah,
I like that.
I thought it was a penalty.
I didn't know you were gonna say that. I was like, where's he going with this?
What'd you say, Matisse?
Initially, I didn't think it was a penalty, but when I watched it back, I thought that can be a penalty, man, because I think initially I thought Kane kicked into the player and kind of like
he did.
Yeah. He did, but the player was also going towards him, so it was a coming together. So and the studs are up, so you could give it, man. But the thing is, because England actually deserved to be back in the game, I was calm. I was like, you actually deserve a bit of luck.
That makes sense. I know
you've been playing well.
He's put up though to block it because it's a shot, so he's trying to block the shot.
Yeah.
So I get it. I mean, but if you slow it down, it looks like he's caught him in real time. We've had any slow replay. That's just a ricochet. Even Kane didn't. He just went whatever. But I get it. But I mean, if that happened against England, we're all in here tonight, and that's what dominates this conversation tonight. With you, you know what I mean?
Holland got away. I'm going to say again, Holland's second goal against us should have been ruled off. So it's karma for them.
Yeah.
I don't give a shit.
I was actually asked this. I was asked this by someone today. Who did you want to win the game?
It's obvious.
Netherlands knocked you out, so
it's
was
obvious.
it Netherlands that wanted to lose? Yeah.
Turkish is obvious. England.
What, today?
Yesterday.
Yeah, like, you know what? Yeah. To be honest, but since Turkey went out, I've kind of like, I just look at it. I think I like Spain. I think Spain deserved to win it, but I don't really have a horse in the race, so it's just about enjoying it.
Why you guys
GRIZZ has the horse in the race now.
Right, you guys know, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? I was guaranteed a team in the final either way.
For me, with England, because a lot of people say I hate England. I don't hate England. I don't care for England. But when Saka scored that goal, for example, that's my connection to England. When Saka, I was in the stadium in Berlin waiting for the Turkey game when Saka scored that goal. I celebrated. That's my connection to the English side. So if it is to happen and England are to win it, then that's Saka and rice for me. That gives them a taste of winning. If Spain were to win it, then I think the best team of the tournament have won it, and probably deservedly so. But it's a 90-minute game now. England are going into it like Italy went into the last Euros as the underdog, and it didn't work for England being the favourite. I
just feel as well that we got to not show this Spain team too much respect. I feel like a lot of our lads know about their lads. We know Rodri's the main man in the middle. We've got to get Declan Rice in and amongst him early doors. He's got to go for it. But then if they're going to counter us, we've got Kyle Walker who's great at the back with the pace. Hopefully he can deal with that. And then we've got to get our boys on the ball. Like I say, like the first half last night, we've got to get Mainu and Foden on the ball and make Spain think, well, we can't push everyone forward here because if in transition they're going to catch us, these two will kill us. And I think that's what we got to do. If we shit ourselves, like we did against Italy at Wembley, and we fucking sit back and we bring it on, we ain't going to win. We might as well. I'd rather England go out and get fucking hammered 4-0, but we've had a go, than take the risk of sitting back for 90 minutes and get beat 1-0. I feel like you've got here now. Just go for it.
Do you know what? I know Spain are favourites, right? Before people start saying, "Oh, here we go with the madness," right? Of course, Spain are favourites. I genuinely don't think England are going to be overruled, Steve. You know, we're talking about this. They can't have an inferiority complex over some of their names, some of the players. I don't think they will, guys. I genuinely think the likes of Rice, Saka, Foden, Kane, they know what time it is, guys. These are top world-class players that have won everything as well. Like, bring it on. Like
they've got Jesus Navas. They've got Jesus Navas playing, and people like that.
He won't be. Carvalho's back.
Yeah, even if Carvalho's back though, Steve makes a great point, which is why I was saying what I was saying about Gareth Southgate. This talk is only key if he gets it in his head that fine. Of course, there are normal things you can do tactically to limit Spain, like don't let Rodri have space and time on the ball. Don't let Ruiz have space and time on the ball. Double up on Yamal. You can do these things, but
that's where I'm worried about, man.
Yeah, but I'm saying you should also have the ambition to play players that are going to hurt Spain, and that's what I mean about will the manager make big calls. Like for me, someone like Anthony, if I was him, there's no way on earth Anthony Gordon is not starting the final. And I know, and this is the problem.
You're mad. You're mad.
No, hear me out. Just hear me out. If I'm him, I would have. The reason why you want someone like Anthony Gordon is because he gives them something to think about. Him and Saka, they give Spain something to think about. Like Steve said, Spain will want to dominate the ball. They want to push players forward, but they won't push many players forward if they know that I can't give this guy a yard over me. He's going to kill me. But instead, he's going to play the guys like Bellingham. Bellingham, for me, he should not start that final.
Bellingham
should not start that final.
Should Kane start that final?
I think Kane should start that final. But
he's not going to drop the captain.
One second. So I think Kane should start that final. However, if he didn't start that final, it's not the end of the world. You can bring him on. However, I think Ollie Watkins perfected the reason as to why you want Ollie Watkins off the bench, because you want someone like Ollie Watkins who's much more active against tired legs. Let Harry Kane do the link up and whatnot for the 60-odd minutes. Let him try and get a goal. If he doesn't get it, then you let Ollie Watkins go at Laporte and Lenormand. Let them go at a tired Laporte at Lenormand in 80th minute, and that's a much tougher proposition.
I agree. But the thing is, but I don't agree with the Gordon shout. You cannot change the team after the best performance. Foden.
Why? Tell me why.
I'm about to win it. Lord.
He wasn't going to tell you.
Exactly. Do you think I was going to make a statement, just sit there?
You should do that more, Grizz. You should just say it and just say nothing.
I think Foden, and I'm assuming, let's give Southgate the credit that it was by instruction, but there was something that was telling me Foden took it upon himself to just be more active and be more wandering in that central areas as opposed to playing on the left like he was playing. That's Foden's position. Manu, Foden, and Saka were, for me, the most in touch with each other. You cannot ruin that now. Now, I get the Bellingham shout, yeah? I know you didn't mention Foden, Saka, and Manu as a replacement for Gordon. I know you was probably aiming it towards Jude.
Yeah, absolutely.
Jude, you know, we were talking about superiority complex and inferiority complex. Jude is that mother that you want on that pitch against Spain, because he is, even though he's, how old is he, guys? 19 or whatever.
20.
He's going to go on, however, he's going to go on that pitch thinking, I'm your daddy. I don't care what your name is, whatever. And England have to play with that arrogance, Tobes. You know what I mean? Because I know he's been stinking out the gaff in terms of his overall game and play, but he's a clutch moments player. Agreed. That's why the likes of Gordon and what's your name, the one who scored, Watkins, you can still bring them on, because one thing we haven't touched upon is, you know, squads, international squads, they're full of bad boy players. They're the best players of your country. So the squad has to be utilized. I don't think you can change it, Tobes. It's a mad call, in my opinion.
Can I give you a rebuttal to that? Let me give you a rebuttal to that. So, since the first game, right? In fact, no, tell a lie, because he scored that clutch goal against Slovakia. But the problem I have with Jude Bellingham starting, and I have nothing against Bellingham. I think he's a class player, but he's not having a good tournament. When England are playing well, they're playing well in spite of Bellingham not playing well. So what I'm saying to you is, everything you've just mentioned now that he brings, he can bring that off the bench in 65 minutes, in 70 minutes. What is he doing for England right now that's so important that you start him. When you've
Bro,
got
he's got a point, man. You know, he's just there, bro. He's just there for vibes.
He's not doing nothing.
When you've got the likes of Palmer, and Gordon on the bench, guys, and you say arrogance. Yes, he's got arrogance in terms of his mentality, but Cole Palmer has arrogance and quality on the ball. He has arrogance and quality on the ball. When he gets the ball, he's going to hurt Spain in a way that Bellingham can't. When Gordon gets the ball, he's going to hurt Spain in a way that Bellingham can't. So Jude Bellingham, when he's getting on the ball, he's delaying. He's taking 2-3 extra touches when he doesn't need to. He's not giving the ball quick. And when he does give it, he's not making passes that actually enable England's play. So again, I have to ask, you watched that first half yesterday, even Phil Foden. I've been hugely critical of Phil Foden because I don't think he's played well this tournament. Even him in the first half was getting it cracking. Bellingham was Shall I say something? Before you do, I just want to finish it. Bellingham was the only one that wasn't getting it cracking. And you notice, again, I don't want to be too critical on how Koeman set up Holland yesterday, but if there's one thing that you've seen from every single team who's played England, what's made it difficult for England? You pack out the middle, and you close off the amount of space and you double, triple Bukayo Saka, you shut down England. Yesterday in the first half against Holland, they basically had Reinders and Shooten against 5 men. They got outnumbered. When he made that tactical change towards the end of the halftime, and then he wisened up in the second half, how much harder was it for England to break through in central areas? And then you saw even more how Jude Bellingham was ineffective in the game of football. So in my eyes, you have to play at this point. It's a 90-minute game to win. It's a 90-minute game to win. So you pick the best players capable of winning based on the performances that you've seen over the last couple of games, and isn't Bellingham.
That's a good reason to take out Kane as well, then, because what you just said applies.
I'm not mad at Kane going.
I'm just saying it applies because the brother outside of the penalty and a couple shots in the first half, this brother was absolutely anonymous, and it's not the first time. So even if you want to leave Watkins on the bench for that extra burst of pace, you could play Tony. And obviously, I wouldn't start Palmer because I don't want 3 left footers behind the striker. So I agree with you, Gordon. Gordon on the left versus Carvajal. My biggest worry is Yamal versus Trippier and Walker versus Williams, because I just feel like Walker in this tournament's been very. You know what I mean?
But this is the kind of opponent. This is the kind of opponent.
Kyle Walker will deal with him.
Exactly.
Yeah,
he
does.
It could be
100%. He will deal with him because this is the kind of opponent that he can handle face to face, one-on-one pace merchant. Where Kyle Walker struggles is intelligent movers. That's where he struggles. People that drop in holes, confuse him, not go up against him direct. That's where he struggles. Williams go up and down direct him, and I still got confidence in him one-on-one against anyone. You're right. On the other side, if Trippier starts, that could be a problem. It could be a problem, but Yamal is different from Williams, whereas Yamal is an intelligent, car inside, look for the pass. With Trippier being left back, right-footed, Trippier naturally will cut inside with him.
No.
Could be the only saving grace. No, I'm just saying that could be the only saving grace. But with the Gordon shout, TOBS, I know you said ultimately you're right. What is Jude bringing? Again, it goes back to what I said, and Steve started off with about the England have to have arrogance and aura about them, and that's what Jude brings at the moment, regardless of his ability at the moment, and his performances are stinky.
So we're starting him for aura. Guys,
don't underrate aura. Don't underrate aura.
He brings a presence in the midfield.
Yes.
He's tall, he's athletic. If he gets on the ball and he drives with it, he gives us something else. At the end of the day, whatever we say,
he's got that little dig in him as well, Steve. He's got that little.
He ain't gonna drop any of them players. The same starting 11 started from the start. Southgate likes to get his feet in early, bed the players in and control. And I feel like Cole Palmer's, Watkins, Gordon of this world are better coming off the bench. I feel if you start Cole Palmer from the start, I don't think you get the same impact from him. I feel having a Cole Palmer, a Watkins, and a Gordon coming on at 75 minutes, I feel like that is one of the most important tools this England team has got. I feel like this team now, get your feet, bed in, control the game, don't concede. We know we can go behind. We know we can come back, settle it down. And I feel like 70, 75 minutes, if we're at a stalemate, that's when both teams are looking at the bench for a spark. And I feel like England's bench, there's so many options there. I feel like could win us the game, me.
Yeah.
I think the only person that might start is Luke Shaw. Luke Shaw might start. But other than that, I think it'll be the same team, man. Do you know what I'm saying? But listen,
has anybody put it on Spain yet? Do you know what I mean? I know the Germans.
They've overcome the test, though, man.
Germany probably should have beat them in the end. I can't lie.
Yeah.
Croatia, the first game, Croatia were poking holes in that defense, poking so many holes in that defense. So Spain can be got at. It's more
France
about
for a little bit as well in that first 20 minutes.
Nah, not really.
But that was only because of Jesus Navas, man. But I think for me, the biggest one thing is this midfield battle, man. Because I'm worried, man. I'm worried that we're going to get outdone in that midfield. Rodri, Olmo. I don't think Pedri's not going to be fit, is he? It'll be Rodri, Olmo, and Ruiz. They're going to run strings around us, man. I tell you now, man.
Run strings, yeah.
Run rings, my bad. But my thing is, I'm not going to lie to you, man. Kobe Maino's
did you say run strings?
Run strings.
My thing is, and I keep saying it, I think Kobe Maino's carrying his midfield. And I said it from a couple of episodes, and he didn't want to listen to me. And I said it. Bro, this brother is unbelievable. This guy.
The first time I watched him in the flesh, he is fucking cold.
Is mad, isn't it?
He's hard.
Don't feed into the agenda, Tob, because
no, I'm not feeding into the agenda. I'm not.
Saeed's been quiet this whole time because he's been waiting to say.
Not really. I've actually.
Now let me say something, because last show I didn't say nothing about Saka, but no one else wanted to say that Saka saved England against Switzerland.
I've given Saka. I think Saka's been one of our best players.
Mainu's been carrying the midfield, but against Switzerland, England was still nearly out.
Mainu has been carrying. I don't agree with that. Mainu hasn't been carrying the midfield. I think
he hasn't.
I think England as a team have got better in the last 2.5 games they've played, and I think Declan Rice. I think Declan Rice and Mainu have been key to that as well. Declan Rice in the first half yesterday with Mainu was good. Declan Rice against Switzerland was good. Same for Mainu.
You know why? If you play it,
Saeed was leading towards Declan Rice should be dropped. That's what he was. I was.
Wait, sorry.
Yeah.
Who did you drop him for?
I said Wharton.
You're crazy. You're crazy.
Listen,
you're crazy.
You know what? That's the problem with England, though, isn't it? We're just looking at names.
No. What do you mean? You know he is England's best defensive player.
He's feeling yesterday. Positional awareness, slipping. You don't see that meaning, man.
Listen to what you just said. You're not making sense. You've just said you're worried about the midfield. Rodri, Olmo, Ruiz.
No, but this is not this game. This is not this game. I said as we got along the competition, I said it should mix it up in there and should have balance. I'm not talking about just this game only. I'm just saying our midfield, when I look at it, it lacks balance. And when I see Kobe Mainu, I see a guy who's carrying that midfield. I see Jude Bellingham wandering around. I see Declan Rice not playing the ball forward, not on the front foot, got caught out yesterday. I see Kobe Mainu, and I said it, head and shoulders above everyone else, showing levels. And you look,
do you know about Mainu? You know what the difference between Mainu is, Mainu gets everybody else in the midfield playing that one touch.
Yeah.
If you keep hold of the ball too many times, you find that the midfield keeps hold of the ball. You find it going sideways, backwards. Rice is playing backwards. We Mainu, give it him. He doesn't even take a touch. He zips it in at Foden. Foden zips it back into him. He zips it into Jude. All of a sudden, he's getting the team ticking, though. And that's what we needed. We didn't need a steady midfielder in there. We've had Calvin Phillips and Declan Rice double pivot for years. Steady Eddies. Yeah. Now we've got young kids that want to push it forward into the piece. Play that pass. How many times you see Foden put his arm up and Mainu slips it in? Before that, it was like, let's go safe back to Rice, go back to Bellingham, go safe back to Johnny Stones. And Mainu is just that little spark, I think, that's bringing the best out of Phil. He's bringing the best out of Bellingham a little bit. And he's bringing the best out of Rice. 100%. And it's that one change. Because I'll tell you this, if Mainu would have come in and played it safe, he'd have dropped him for Conor Gallagher. We'd have had a Conor Gallagher Rice midfield in the final. But because Mainu's like, fuck it, I'm balling out. It's my tournament. My family's here. I'm having it. Everyone else is playing like that, and it rubs off on people, man.
100% it rubs off. I don't think he's carrying the midfield, but I'm with Saeed in terms of I genuinely think he's been the difference maker.
He's added the spark,
He's added guys. He's playing like He's playing like one of the Spanish lads. That's the biggest compliment you can give him. He's got a feel of the ball. You know, like when we have that one baller that we know we want to take in our 7-a-side team, the one who's going to relax the ball. He's the one that's relaxing the ball. Do you know what I mean? You know that Matisse we need in midfield in our pro clubs. You know what I mean? We don't need, every man doesn't have to be a TOBS or a SAEED, you know, running down the flanks, losing the first touches like Lukaku. You know what I mean? He's that guy. He's
all right, man. Speak for yourself.
Is that what you're doing? Yeah?
Is that what you're doing?
Let the man cook. Let the man cook.
He's knitting the whole thing together. And you guys are right. Like it sparked off Foden as well, because now Foden's thinking someone's on my wavelength here. I can play wall passes. I can play wall passes with my new. Do you know what I mean? He was playing it, and no disrespect. And I'm not. Rice has been immense. You don't drop Rice. Rice is the Terminator for England. But when you give it to Rice doesn't give it back or play that wall pass. Rice does play it backwards or safe because he's circulating.
He indicates before he turns, Rice.
Yeah, that's it. He lets you know. Manu's got that little.
Manu takes.
Dare I say he's got that little Thiago about him. Alcantara, you know what I mean? Where you don't know where, like some people were comparing him to Seedorf yesterday on Twitter, on social media, whatever, blah, 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 blah. Now, obviously, Clarence Seedorf, you know what I mean? Levels, icon. But I hear it, though, a little bit of the game. I hear it. So, look, I'm a Liverpool fan, and I'm saying Manu, I hate it. I hate it. They've got something special there.
It's a type of spaces,
mention, yeah? Got to have a special mention for the fucking Barnsley Beckenbauer, John Stones, and Gay at the back, because I tell you what, they've held it together, them two. You know what I mean? John Stones, he's made of glass at the minute. They're patching him up, wheeling him out. But him and Gay at the back, I thought before this tournament, I think everyone looked at the England defence and thought, nah. But I tell you what, that's not every show we've had. We haven't been talking about the defence. We've been talking about all the big names, you know, up there. But I think you've got to give a bit of credit. John Stones and Gay, man, them two. Considering they never really played together, have something going there, and it just works, man. It just works.
I thought John Stones. I thought that was his best game this tournament yesterday. I thought
he's been solid. Apart from that little wobble he had against, was it Slovakia?
No, he's been
good, man. He's
been beautiful, because Gay did have a couple of shaky moments in a couple of games. I think Stones has been beautiful, and Walker's been pretty much stinking out the gaff. You know what I mean? So Stones has been, I think Stones has been magnificent.
The thing is, we know that Walker's stunk out the gaff and he's not good going forward. But I thought his last 2 games for England, he's actually been pretty solid. He's been pretty solid.
Kyle?
Yeah.
Because there's been a change in the system. That's why.
Do you know why I find it hard?
Mistakes, man. He makes stupid mistakes sometimes, and he brings his pressure on himself. But the pace gets him out of the shit. If he didn't have the pace, he's dead. But at the end of the day, in this final, with that Spanish wing play, Kyle Walker's going to be so important. But you know what? Against like Mbappe's, against Vinicius Juniors for Man City, we don't worry about Kyle Walker. It's when he turns up against Anthony Gordon at Newcastle and he's getting twisted up like a fucking pretzel because he thinks he's better, that he's going to dive in on him all the time. With the big games, he gets hyped up for it, and he's that one-on-one battle, he relishes it. But sometimes he switches off when he thinks he's too clever, and that's when he concedes and he's daft. But England's going to need him 100% Sunday to make sure we don't get caught.
It's hard with England as well to judge the defense, that because listen, we've seen Maguire in defense for England come out at all, because it's the handbrake on stuff again. It at the cost of the attack. Southgate likes to play it safe. But listen, we've talked about the final, we've talked about England, but Tob, you said earlier up against Netherlands, England man for man are the better team. But you probably say the same against Spain as well. And 5 games ago, England were bigger favourites than Spain for this competition. And, you know, coming off the back of the tournaments we're coming off, this is why the Southgate thing is still relevant, win, lose or draw come Sunday. I think if England even win the Euros, I don't think Southgate's going to step down, and I don't think he's going to be sacked, but it wouldn't be wise to continue.
Recently?
I don't know.
Was that a myth?
The rumors are Paul Joyce. Obviously, he's a Liverpool journalist, but he's a tier 1 journalist. He's just come out. The reports, don't know if you guys read it in the chat, that said the FA are looking to bloody keep him. Like they're adamant, win, lose or draw, they want to extend his contract. Mad.
I just feel like, I'll be honest with me, if he wins it, I feel like it's time to just go out on a high. I think go out on a high. get United or whatever you're going to get. You know, he's proved a lot of people wrong. Go and do. Listen, win the Euros. Go and manage fucking someone else. Get relegated, and he'll end up on fucking Soccer Saturday. That's his future. Or be washing cars in Italy somewhere.
Steve, if he loses, he has to go as well. So he has to go. He has to go. But
anyway, I just think he's got to go. I think we need a new direction in international football. You get generational talent coming through all the time, and I think you need to freshen it up. The guy's had enough tournaments. He's done really, really well, better than anybody else. Don't let us down on Sunday. Win this and go away a hero. You'll never buy a pint again in England if you win that tournament, and that's what he needs to do. If I see him, I'll get him a doner kebab and a beer.
Bro, England need a manager who's actually gonna tell these players like what they really are, because England have sick players and they play like such a dead side when you watch them. Like some of their matches are unwatchable. You look at Spain with De La Fuente, right? Like look at the arrogance that he has them playing with. And that's a Spain team that no one was tipping as favourites before a ball was kicked.
It's only Spain, Tobes. We said this conversation when you was
it's not just Spain. It's Germany as well.
No, but none of them are there. This is what we had this conversation. I just want to hear now. All the top teams play tournament football. France, the most. If you're talking about flair and talent throughout the squad, and 3 players in each position, is France. Yet they play
not really football.
Not anymore.
Not really, not anymore. Look at their attack. France's attack is outside of Mbappe. France's attack is dead.
Yeah, their attack is dead.
And even the midfield, you see how much they miss. Man take the piss out of him, but that midfield is dying without Paul Pogba. They can't penetrate teams. They can't get.
How Camavinga doesn't start is beyond me.
Even when he started, what difference did it make? Like Camavinga is a baller, but like France's midfield, the profile midfielders that he has right now, none of them can do the things that Paul Pogba was doing that could actually enable the attack. So when we're talking about England as well, let's not forget England avoided all these big teams. They avoided all these big teams. They avoided France. They avoided Portugal. They avoided Spain. They avoided Germany. They avoided literally the big hitters. And we're talking about good football. The team that has played the best football is in the final. They beat Germany. They beat France. So I just think with guys like Foden, with guys like Kane, Palmer, like Mainu, Wharton, like England went through years where they didn't have players who had an abundance of technical quality. Players, they had players who just wanted to be runners and focus on what they do.
Trent's another one you didn't bring up.
Trent, now they literally have an abundance of technically gifted players who want the ball. They want the ball in dangerous situations, and you got a manager who's setting them up in a way that doesn't suit their style. I think it's dead.
That's why, as much as people listen, 100%, like this is a fact. He's been England's most successful manager, aside from the obviously '66 World Cup. When you look at the time span, the semi-finals and finals and so on. But if you delve into the quality and what these players he has at his disposal have been doing in their respective leagues, and because Southgate, he's 8 years in. So he took over in 2016, let's say, 2016. Spain won Euros in 2012, no? Was it 2012 they won the Euros?
Yes, they did.
The last one. Germany won the World Cup in 2014, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. These two teams look like they're coming back round this whole cycle again, back to another side that can win international tournaments. Whereas England, with the Sterlings, with the Kanes, not just the young players coming through now, but with the Sterlings, with the Kanes, with the Stones, with the experienced players dotted throughout, they should have had something already. So win, lose or draw with this one, I think Southgate still needs to either step down, like Steve said, and England move into the World Cup, because England can win the World Cup, but they just need a manager that's going to be a bit more. Because Spain, imagine Yamal in a couple of years, or Williams, or Wirtz, or Musiala, or Vinicius Jr. If we're talking World. All of these players are going to be cold by that time too, as well as Bellingham, as well as Foden, as well. But if they still have Southgate, who, after 8 years of management, is still trial and error going into his 4th major tournament. That's all mad. Yeah. Yes, he's made the final, but the route, if England were in Spain's route, would be home in the quarterfinal.
Let's be real.
Yeah,
they'll be out.
Yeah.
100%.
But listen, it don't matter. Let's just be positive. Yeah.
Come on, I really want this.
Football's coming home, man.
I want
It's
this
coming
stuff.
home.
Nah,
I want
want
to see Kane's armpits.
Who am I
wanna
up
see
against?
armpits.
Who am I up against? Toby. In the final.
No,
No. I
Can you respect me, please?
Oh shit!
Please, man.
I'm in a win-win situation. I'm leaving with something, you know. And can I just say, Yamal is young player of the tournament confirmed.
Yeah.
It's not up for debate. I'm taking that one home too, and the predictions league. It's long.
That means it stays in house.
That means it stays in house. Because you remember me. Remember me. I just realized
The house wins.
you dickhead. Matisse thought he was going to pocket that money, go spend a little dough in Berlin. No, brother.
I'm looking LA, man. I'm looking LA. I'm looking.
Where's the House of Parliament? Where's the House of Parliament? What's
The
going
House
on?
of Big
Give me
Six,
that.
bro.
The house of the big
The
six.
house of Big
Which
Six.
house? Which house?
But nah, look, it's a final. It's the old cliche, anything can happen. But I think it's more than that. I think it's not as anything can happen because England have got a genuine chance of winning. So let's see how it goes.
Obviously Klopp was approached and rebuffed the US job, but I was going to ask Tobes and Steve mainly about who would your ideal next England manager be? Is Klopp even entertaining?
Klopp would be ridiculous for England. Yeah, this squad
with that young attack, he would be.
He like if you talk about fearless and playing with the likes of Gordon and
Steve,
even
would you like that though?
I think he would.
He would.
Steve in the stands doing the fist, but nah, I can't.
Yeah, he'd be like, no,
it would actually work. It would work well.
Listen, it's cringy. Listen, if he's your manager, you buy into it, don't you? If you're on the other end of it, like I say, we've been told to tell him, and we have a bit of banter and that. But I think if arrested Jurgen Klopp for a few months, might be dangerous, man. Do you know what I mean? You look at Pep when he
knows
had
all the
arrested.
players. He knows all the players.
You need to have a little reset, and he's probably doing that. But Jurgen Klopp's a football man, and he ain't going to be out of the game. And if he goes to another club, he ruins that love affair with Liverpool. If he goes to a Bayern Munich or someone, the Dortmund boys might be like, so maybe an international role.
German in charge of England.
He's made for Germany. He's going to go.
And he rejected USA today, Grizz.
Yeah, the Americans thought they're going to nab him. Like,
yo, bro, them man fought.
Get real, man, guys. Man,
no, but when you deep the American, when you deep
coming to your country and that, but
with America, it's crazy because they've just cut. The whole trajectory of American football is meant to be on the rise. They're hosting the World Cup. They've just been knocked out in the group stages of the Copa America in embarrassing fashion. They're trying to recoup.
They haven't got a decent team.
Trust me. Trust me. They got all their players playing Europe, man.
Listen. It was also very good. It was also very good and refreshing to see that bum Bielsa get bumped out of that cup last night.
That's my team, man. That's my team.
Boys. Bielsa with Uruguay. He won fuck all again. He sat on his bucket. He did fuck all. So I told you, him and Tommy Tuchel can go and have a fucking summer together somewhere. Both with no jobs. Both with no jobs, mate. In all the frauds, Bielsa, Pochettino, Tuchel have all got no jobs. They've all got no jobs. I told you about that. That if they were good managers, they have jobs. Yeah, managers have jobs. Them three bums gone.
Your manager rates him though, man. He says he looks up to him and that.
Mate, that was a con, mate. Because Pep Guardiola says loads of mad bullshit. Don't take everything Pep says with a pinch of salt.
No, but he said it in a way that he respects.
Alex Ferguson said fucking David Moyes was the chosen one. So let's talk about that.
And he said Charles with the next Duncan Edwards.
Steve, you've got to get over what happened in Porto. You have to. So why are you comparing Tuchel to Bielsa? Why?
Because I told you years ago, not months ago, years ago, there was 3 frauds in football. I named them, and I'm still here now, years later, and you can't say that I'm fucking wrong. You can't.
But the ownership changed. You can't call Tuchel a fraud for getting sacked by an ownership that then went on to finish 12th and 6th. Doesn't work.
He's just been sacked again, mate. He's just been sacked again. He got sacked at PSG. He got sacked at Chelsea. He got sacked at Bayern Munich. How many more times do I get sacked? Pochettino's been sacked again. He got sacked off you.
There's very few managers that walk out on their own terms.
Bielsa was getting beat 7-0 and sat on a bucket looking at the floor like, what's that about?
Before I do want us to touch on Spain and Yamar in particular, but since we're on the subject of cop asked, Grizz, Nunes, any thoughts on that?
Oh, he's a madhouse, isn't it? Fucking Zangief wannabe, man. I don't know what he's doing.
You had
man.
to do
He's
it
like,
though, Grizz. You know, you had to do
no,
it.
I
Man.
hear that. Listen.
Yeah.
We can discuss everything else till the cows come home, but we all know if we were there, if our children or if our family were there getting spat on and getting abused and whatever stuff thrown at them, we would be in there as well and do what we need to do.
Yeah.
But saying that, my only criticism for him is, I think, and look, loads of people have come out and called. They said not everyone's a pussy like you, Grizz. I don't know how they turned that into me, right? Because I said I would make sure protect my family and children at all costs, do what I gotta do. But then if you've done that and you've secured their safety and everything's calm, if you're still a mad cunt and go back into the danger zone, that's where it's a bit of a red flag. So I don't know what's happened exactly. Obviously, it's going to come out.
I seen him throw a chair, man. I seen him throw a chair.
Once he's made sure his wife and his children,
madness.
because his children were shook, he was seen consoling them at the end, whatever, blah blah blah. That's fucking outrageous. That's crazy. So we all would have done that bit. But the part where he's gone back, right? He's like, you're all right, right? Let me go and sort them out. Then he's gone back in there, and he's just gone arms ass on all of them, man. Do you know what I mean? That's where I think he's a bit of a crazy man. But yeah, he's gonna get a mad ban now. Like Dyer got. What did Dyer get? 4-match ban.
I think so, yeah. But it took them ages. It took them ages to.
How affected though? You can't like. I see someone in the chat say Lucky said he let the emotions get the better of him. Listen, some things are bigger than you. Some things are bigger than your job and your employment.
There's one thing, you don't do in South American football, and that's fuck with Colombians, mate. Remember that defender that slagged the cartel off and got shot?
Yeah,
the World Cup. Oh. He got an own goal. He scored an own goal in the World Cup. They killed him, mate.
As usual, the funny thing is, not the funny thing. As usual, it's all about Nunes because Nunes headlines, whatever. 3-4 of the Uruguay squad were in the stands. Valverde was in there. Jimenez was in there. There was 3-4 of them, but obviously the headlines are all about the crazy man Nunes, and he's a crazy man. We know he's crazy. Do you know what I mean? He's temperamental on the pitch and off the pitch. Sometimes it shows in his finishing when he's on a hot streak. You know what I mean? He scored the craziest goals. So yeah, he's going to get a mad ban. What we don't know now is if it's going to be a. Do you reckon, guys, it's going to be like a club, like a footballing ban? Do you think, or is it going to be an international ban? Because that's.
I think it'll be just.
I think it'll be international, mate.
I don't think so. I think it'll be a ban. I don't know. I think it's going to be a ban.
Yeah. I think it'll be international as well. But I just wanted to. Sorry to deviate, but I just wanted to ask SAEED. Just checking in. Could you remind me what team's in the final again at the Copa? By the way,
it's Argentina and Colombia.
Oh, Argentina. Oh, so their second final. Could you remind me who is rumored to be their best defender again in the Copa America?
Oh shit!
Well, it's the whole back line, to be fair.
Could you remind me which player is awarded as the best performing defender? Again,
bro, the whole back line's been quality, man. I've watched every game, bro. What are you talking about?
You know what? You know, TOBS is definitely not watching, and you are. That's the funny thing. That's the funny thing here. You're trying to roll up on someone who's doing.
That's why I said rumored.
He ain't watched 1 minute. He ain't watched 1 minute.
No, hold on. No, I'm going to stop you. No, I'm going to stop you because you love to do this shit. He is doing 2 a.m. watch-alongs, and you have not opened your eyelids once to watch Argentina. Not 1 minute have you watched.
I am going to say,
you have the audacity to run this. You've not watched 1 minute.
I do. You know what?
No.
You don't watch no games.
I think it's been good, though. I gave you my credit, though.
No.
Even if he's not been the best, what I'm saying, I just want.
It's been good. It's been good, Tom. It's been good.
So I tweeted it though. The guy who called the bum has been good again. They're in another final.
Yeah, but this, tell me, like, this has to last, innit? Like, you know what I mean? It has to, has to continue.
I'm just checking.
Let's see.
Has your boy been playing? Has the Butcher been playing?
Yeah, he's been playing as well.
Fair enough. Butcher, you could say that's the bit, innit?
I've heard he's been better than the Butcher.
Throw Martinez, bro. Throw Martinez at him.
But for me, I think the whole back line's been solid, man.
No. See, that's why you're a cop out. So if I was to ask you who's been the best defender, what would you say?
I'd say it's been Lisandro Martinez. Because I'm going to be biased.
That's a liar.
Collectively,
Oh my days.
collectively, I think they've been great. I mean, Martinez has scored one of the winners, and it's been there. So,
all right, cool. If that's what you believe, that's fine.
By the
way, McAllister has been the best player.
Yeah, McAllister.
McAllister has been the best player.
Yeah.
Oh, the what?
McAllister's been the best player in the
When
tournament.
is the final?
Not Rodriguez, no?
Same day at the Euros, same day.
James Rodriguez, the whole tournament.
Now Diaz for Colombia.
Same day, Tobes. Same day.
James Rodriguez got 6 assists in the whole tournament.
Would you say same day?
So Euros is at night, and then same night is
mad.
We'll be there.
Right after.
Mad.
Yeah, that's mad.
What's it called? What's it called on Sundays? What's the big match? Was it Super Sunday?
Super Sunday.
Super Sunday.
International version.
Yes.
Let's divert back to Euros because Spain, we haven't really spoken on them, and Yamal, I think, after that.
Yamal. What did I say, man?
Yeah, I mean, crazy. 16 years of age. Pictures are coming out with Messi.
Saeed talk, man.
Oh, this Saeed, man. The best wing in world football. You know what I'm saying? Listen, everyone can have their own opinions. Vinicius Jr. But I just think this guy's on a different planet, man, in terms of the way he's so matured in his game. Like, bro, it's just ridiculous, man. Like the way he's moving, gliding, and then that goal and the whole tight man. What's his name? Rabiot. What did he actually say? I don't know why he came for Lamine Yamal when he's on this unbelievable form. Like, why would he do this?
Why would you say?
Why would you do this? Like any other player,
arrogance, though, isn't it? It's typical.
Yeah, of course it is, man. But the goal was sensational. It's been terrific. Matisse is right player of the tournament, a young player of the tournament, should I say?
Yeah, Matisse is clear with that one.
Yeah, and you know what, man? Man, at 16, like, I know there's been Wayne Rooney, there's been obviously Lionel Messi when he's young and whatnot, but this guy is just ridiculous, man. And he's going to the top, man.
I think it's fair to say
No
he's
one.
the best 16-year-old ever. Because Messi wasn't.
I thought Wayne Rooney was quality, though, man.
Yeah. No. I give Wayne Rooney. Wayne Rooney.
Come on,
Nah, this is different. This is
I'm saying that, as in, like, you know what I mean? In them terms of, like,
no. We're not doing this.
No, we are.
You have to be careful.
Rooney was a beast.
No, but Rooney burst on the scene with a goal against Arsenal at 16. Yamal's coming off a year in La Liga and then a bang in Euros. Like, this is
I'm not saying it's better, but I'm saying I'm having a conversation.
You got Fabregas as well.
He's in that tier. Comfortably in that tier. No doubt about it. Comfortably in there.
But Yamal is the best 16-year-old I've seen, and I've seen a lot.
Wayne Rooney, don't get me wrong, Wayne Rooney was a cold youngster, but Yamal is a 16-year-old playing week in, week out for Barcelona, and now he's showing out for Spain.
Yeah.
Are we really trying to compare the two?
No, we are comparing, man.
But
we're just saying.
I am. We are comparing.
But I think they're comparing the quality of the talent at that age, not necessarily like. Because accomplishments. Accomplishments.
Nah, but then you could say Messi. Everton, you know Messi was disgusting at 16.
Exactly. Yeah, of course. That's what I'm saying. That's why I'm saying he's in that category. I'm not gonna put Yamal above Messi and Rooney just because he plays for Barcelona. I'm looking at them as players. I'm saying he's in that category.
Mate, Rooney was fighting with grown men, mate. Scrapping with
Campbell. Yeah,
and
Rooney was an animal.
You know what?
I feel
like we don't need to compare him. I feel like we need to enjoy it, man.
Exactly.
I feel like take the pressure off him, enjoy it. And I feel like there's been a couple of shining lights in the world of football in this tournament. You know, when you looked around, you think Messi and Ronaldo are sort of slowing it down. He's not going to be that rivalry. Them players are starting to appear now, and it's good to see, man. But listen, I hope he has a stinker on Sunday. I hope he's absolute dog shit. And listen, it's just all about England Sunday, man. We just got to get the win, man. Saeed, where are you watching it, man? You've been letting the team down. I was out last night with all your Somalian brothers, mate. Loads of them all diving on there, asking where Saeed was. And you were at home there. You're the Somalian Mark Goldbridge now, I've heard. You're the Somalian Goldbridge now. Spend more time in your fucking bed than you do outside the house. I'm there.
I told
Deliveroo's always at your gaff. Tesco is there. You never leave the gaff, man. That's what I've heard. You let me down, man. I was there before your brothers.
Just bang on the door, bro.
I think I might just bang on the door. I might just go around, man. Matisse, we should go. Matisse is going to be at the thing. I was like, we should go around, man. Have a, you know what I mean? Another triple man stream.
No dancing, no lads. Yeah, no dancing. We've seen enough, man.
Mate, listen, the dance is quality,
Not
man.
that again. Not that shit.
Grizz can move.
That chicken was drugged, brother. That chicken they got me
Oh,
for.
listen, man, you've had worse chickens in flipping East London, man. Relax, man. You know what I mean? Come on, man, Chris.
You know, he ordered it, Steve. Yeah, he ordered it, right? He goes, oh, yeah. Right, once he's ordered it, once we've it, he goes, oh, but the best place is right.
But I did say though, I said, women's are all, let's go.
The best place is right in the corner.
Chris, you know that if he's paying, yeah, you're getting the cheapest
one.
I said Jelani's. I said, let's go Jelani's. Chris didn't want to go.
Turkish got me a chicken burger, right? Because I asked him a few hours.
That's the best one. That's my
good time his heart. Turkish remembered, got me a chicken burger. I went back at 2 a.m. That chicken burger that I had at 2 a.m. that's been cold for 4 hours was better than the fresh one he bought. And he goes, yeah.
You're exaggerating now. You're doing too much there.
Nah, he
Relax.
Brother, I went back and had it.
And just for the record,
appreciate the hospitality.
Just for the record, did anyone get a parking ticket for the Big Six, by the way? Because I did.
No way.
Parking in that arch, the Big Six, £60 parking ticket.
Did the letter come today?
It came today, and when I parked to the die-cast place, I got another 60 quid, so I'm 120 light, man. I didn't even cover my wages. I'm sweating down.
I got two letters downstairs. Now I'm fucked.
So it didn't even come.
Yeah, they're parking. It's we're on camera. We're all on camera chilling. They were just.
What did that guy do, Steve? What did that guy do? Remember that guy that was put his.
The guy got out of his car, covered his number plate with a blanket, and just sped out of there.
Yeah, man. Yeah, he did.
Cool. Let me get the super chats in. We've got nearly 20. How many likes we're on? Let me check that first. We haven't hit 1,000 yet. 250 likes away from 1,000. Make it happen, people. Mocktail Lab says, pay your rent, peeps. Like the vid, sub to the channel. It's free. First super chat. Big up the panel for the weekly dedication. Best show on YouTube. Love. Mocktail Lab. Love for the love, man. You know what it is. I had to message you, actually. So, yeah. Andre says, why does it feel that the England squad has the most agenda-driven commentary from the Premier League fan base? Big up Big Steve. Big up the Big Six. Yeah, I mean, most people are out for their own players, isn't it?
Happens, really. Man. It's normal, yeah. It's
Blue
always
Moon,
been the case.
Yeah. Blue Moon says Foden and Mainu looking good together. If Watkins was on when Foden was, he would be trying them passes to Toby. Steve, cash out your bet, mate.
What's your bet?
Dilemma, man.
That's Steve's security blanket because look, Steve's about to spend a good bit of money to go there. If England lose, he wins a good bit of money off the back of it. If England win, it doesn't matter about the money. So,
but my mate said if you cash, they're offering me 500 quid cash out. He said cash the 500 now, and then you're a winner. Put 500 towards your ticket, and you can just go and enjoy it. So I'm a bit tempted. You know what I mean?
Nah, keep it, Steve. Keep it.
You reckon?
Keep it. Keep it. Jay says Kobe Boateng Mainu, the truth. Hamza says, do you guys think Southgate has the cojones to drop Foden for Palmer? The exact same lineup and switch Foden out for Palmer, maybe Kane for Watkins.
Nah.
Off the back of Foden's best.
Why would
game.
you drop Foden? You can't drop Foden after that.
Yeah, don't do that.
That'd be a bit strange. Drop Bellingham, play Kane Depot with Watkins up front. The thing is,
you can't put Kane in midfield.
Yeah,
we got Rodri in there. We got a half.
He's always he's too deep, Kane. We know that's a problem. The other night there was times where England were on the edge of the box and he was behind the play, and it's mad, man. But
Saka has been robbed of assists. The amount of cutbacks and good balls into the box he's put in. There's no striker in the box. There's nobody there. And my thing is, if Kane's good dropping in, surely Bellingham's instinct from Real Madrid should be, I need to be in the box because I'm used to. So we should have double the options in the box because that's been his whole game the whole season. We don't want Bellingham picking up the ball in deep positions anyway. So I don't know why we don't have any. But I said on my review, I said, if Kane played in the 2010 Spain team, he'd be dropping in next to Xavi and Iniesta and thinking he's doing something. That's just what he's on right now. He loves to be in midfield, man. Can't help it.
Sadiq says best chance for England is to stay in the game late as possible until Spain gas out. They've got less options on the bench. Saka Rice, come on, you Gunners. Victor says very nervous that this may end up like Barca United 2011, where Spain just have the ball and England are pushed back and never get into the game. Yeah, remember that final. BY says, when you guys arrive in LA, hopefully you have a guide, especially SAEED with his near carjacking incident in New York. Turks in LA, I see Paul in heaven. BYs, are you from LA? If you're from LA, message me on Instagram, and not just you, BYs. Anyone from LA, message me, because we haven't got a guide. I'm not saying we need a guide, but it'll be good to.
We forgot to at least message our boy, innit?
Oh, Ziggy.
Yeah, see what going on.
Bro, he's from New York, bro.
Yeah.
Let's just talk, innit? Let's just talk.
Man said travel all the way down, yeah?
Let's just talk, innit? Let's just talk.
Well, we'll see what he says. But be wise. If you're from LA, shout, man. Message me, Instagram, and anyone else out there from LA, message me. Bill says, my young boy do man differently. I can't lie. I smile randomly throughout the day because Kobe is United. And boys, I feel it in my veins. It's coming home.
It's coming home.
Kevin says, if you drop Rice, England's midfield gets absolutely ran through and Mainu would get exposed. So drop Rice so Mainu could die and SAEED with him.
Fact.
Jiva says, anyone that's watched the Chelsea and City games will have seen Gallagher nullify Rodri. He absolutely hates playing against Gallagher.
I was waiting for someone to mention this.
I've heard people mention this before, but what Gallagher does on the ball, we cannot tolerate in the final. I'm sorry, it cannot run. After the football we've seen, Kobe Mino and Foden. Who are you taking out? Foden or Kobe Mino? Which one are you taking out? You can't take out either of them. Can't run.
I was waiting for someone to suggest this.
And he also says people need to calm with the Kobe hype. Let him develop as all young players do without going over the top. He will get there organically.
This guy rates Gallagher, by the way.
And Hash says Southgate has created a foundation. Phase 1, you can call it. Told you, sickened.
Bro,
I really hope he joins Tottenham just because
the two super chats is just confusing me. He's saying on one hand, don't hype up Mainu. Fair enough. Don't hype him. But then you're suggesting Conor Gallagher should start England's biggest match in 3 or 4 years.
Hash Brown says Southgate has created a foundation. Phase 1, you can call it. Now, who can elevate us? Can't go from 1 to 10 instantly. Maybe about evolution. Well, the time is now. Why always me, says Grizz, is looking like Captain Price. Outro should be by Grizz saying, quote, Biggs. Who's Captain Price?
I thought you, man. If you don't know, how am I gonna know?
I don't know.
You're right there, Matisse.
Nice. It's a new house and new shit's happening.
It's a new house and new shit's happening. All right. Daniel, big up Daniel. Lisandro Martinez named in back-to-back inclusions in the quarterfinals and semi-finals team for the Copa America. Romero been good, but Leach have been better.
You don't happen to support Man United by any chance?
Something like that. Vincent says Fabregas is the best 16-year-old playing at the pro level, pulling strings with Henry and Gilberto and Cole. Definitely up there.
Yep,
Definitely up
right
there.
Right up there.
More so than Rooney, in my opinion, at
Agree.
that age. That age.
Agree.
Suj says this is just for the Three Amigos dancing. Subscribe and like, people. Love for the love. The Three Amigos, SAEED, Grizz, and Matisse as he sorts out the new shit. Let me take that away. Matisse, are you there? So I can put up the table at the moment.
Yeah, I'm there.
All right, sort yourself out, mate.
Where's he on the block?
Yo, Grizz, man, you killed it this week, man. Did you do well this week, I think?
Nah, man. Let me bring up the table.
I'm chilling, bro. Man's chilling.
Oh, shit.
So me and TOBS both got the Spain-France score correct, and Hugh and Grizz both got the England-Netherlands score correct. SAEED got neither correct, and Matisse only got a point.
I'm finished 1 point behind TOBS. Oh no, I can still overtake him. Yeah.
I know, innit?
Have I mathematically won?
Yeah, you've won.
Yeah.
No, don't forget that. Yeah, you might have
pocket.
actually.
Well done.
How's it finally feel, man?
Feels good, man. Feels good.
It's good, yeah.
I'm looking forward to the rewards. What's the reward again?
The reward is a pat on your back and you being a member of the Big Six.
Yeah. Well done. Congratulations.
That's the reward.
No.
What's no? What do you mean no? When it was me, you were fine. What's no?
Yeah, but
I don't understand.
No, I'm top.
Matisse, since you are still top, you have to predict first, and it's not over, by the way, because obviously you get 5 points apiece for your predictions at the start, from who's going to win it, who's going to be top goal scorer, and so on. So to be honest, Tobes still 7 behind, and with Harry Kane, his top goal scorer prediction, he's got 5 points. He's got 5 points in the bag potentially. So.
Yeah, but I got your mark.
Yes, you do. You do.
Is that 5 points as well?
It should be. Yeah. If you get, he'll get it. He'll get it.
So you can chill, mate. Chill.
To be honest,
Matisse, hit us with your prediction: Spain, England.
I've got Spain to win the tournament from when we started doing round of 16 predictions, but I want England to do it, man. You know what? Fuck it. Let's just go England, man. Let's go 2-1 England. Fuck.
2-1 England, yeah.
Yeah, let's do it, man. Come on.
Tobes.
I want England to win, but I think I'm gonna have to go for Spain to win this game 2-1.
Spain 2-1, yeah.
Yep.
Grizz.
1-1.
You've done that last
in 90. SAEED.
Man. Same with Tobes. Want England to win, but I think Spain will edge it 2-1.
2-1 Spain.
Get a bucket out, Steve.
Where's the fucking pride, man? Where's the pride in the nation?
This Steve guy is hilarious. This Steve guy is so funny. I saw you like a week ago and you were like, I'm never going out there again.
Yeah. Steve's fucking funny.
Now he's there in Berlin.
The price of the nation.
Kobe Mainu changed my mind.
He said Toby. It was like Toby Mainu. Toby Mainu.
Kobe Mainu changed my mind, yeah.
Sorry, Steve, you're not gonna like this, but I'm going 3-1 Spain.
Oh, for fuck's sake. He's just salty, man. These Turks are salty as fuck, man. Yeah.
I am salty. I'm not gonna fucking lie to you. I'm fucking salty as hell.
2 weeks ago, he was stood outside with a flag wrapped round him. I thought it was something from the 1900s taking over some fucking city somewhere. You know what I mean? And now he's like, oh yeah, England's gonna get beat 3-1. I was like, fucking hell.
Go on, give us yours.
I'm telling you what, you've never seen as many English on German soil since the war, man. We're coming over there weekend. We're taking over the gaff. We're coming back to England with a European trophy. England 1, Spain 0. Football's coming home again. Come on, England. Come on.
If they win this final 1-0.
Can you imagine? He'll be fucking mad.
That'll be mad, bro.
1-0.
Hey.
I haven't got Hugh's prediction, people, so apologies. I will get that, but yeah.
But he's dead anyway. He's dead. But
Yeah,
he can't. He can't finish like second last even.
He's finished in the race.
Wait, show me the predictions, April.
Man's finished.
No, he's finished. He's finished.
Show me.
Oh, no, he can.
No, he can, man. He's still alive, man.
He can.
He's still alive.
Oh, he can.
I thought it was a big gap.
Yeah, I thought it was a big gap as well. Okay.
He's finished. Eli says, this isn't a joke, sadly, but do not wear baseball fitted caps in LA. Gang politics are still really silly over there.
Yo, listen to me very carefully, yeah?
Go on, LAPD, man, talk to us.
No, I'm just saying there's rumors going around, like people are suggesting like you got some nasty forfeit for me that I might get killed and shit. Like literally, I might get killed and shit. Like, can you like have some sort of like sensibility about you?
Yeah.
Okay, that's what I'm saying.
Don't worry, man.
I'm a family man. I got children. I got mouths to feed. I got people. I ain't done my will yet. Just relax the ball a little bit, yeah. Don't.
You're made of steel, bro. You're made of steel, man. Chicken breast. You're good.
I said relax the ball.
Yeah, all right, people. We're gonna wrap it up here. Big up, Big Steve, as usual. We're back after the final on Sunday, so we're back Monday night. When Matisse lands. Depending on score and whatnot, maybe we'll see Steve back. Depending on how he gets back as well. And yeah, make sure you're here. Make sure you're subscribed. Hit the like button because we still just short of 1,000 likes. And the individual channels are in the description below. Obviously, Steve's is there as well. So make sure you show some love all around. Matisse, what are you smiling about with a purple light on your face?
Bro, it's not me, bro. It's fucking. Let me not even say it. Guys, fucking.
He's right to say. He's right to say.
Good. Say no more, people. Love for the love. All right. Tune in.
It's bad out there. What's going on?
This is in Amsterdam.
My man are playing footsie.